While the world is protesting kings, I am over here calling them home. Hello, gorgeous Lionheart, and welcome to Magnetize Your Queen, a podcast where I have the realest, rawest, most authentic conversations with mostly male guests about all the things you've been really wanting somebody to openly talk about. I'm that person that loves discussing topics that others avoid. I'm Anya, a men's intimacy coach, and I am so happy that you found me. So welcome. Here's something you don't hear a lot of women say online these days. I love men. And I didn't get here the easy way. I had every reason to give up on men. Decades of abuse, a 16-year-long codependent relationship that ended in a divorce when my daughter was barely walking. I was heartbroken. I was alone as an immigrant single mother, alone in this country, so far away from my family, surrounded by other women who were hating men. I heard the same thing over and over, the same thing that most of our mothers taught us. All the men are the same. But I refused to believe it, and I started to pay attention. At the grocery store where I worked, at coffee shops, among just people surrounding me, I was trying to look for proof. And I found it. I really started paying attention to men who showed up with integrity, men who were kind without being weak. I decided if wholesome men exist, I want to find them. I wanted to surround myself with them. And they started showing up in my life, one by one. Here's a really scandalous piece. While people are protesting kings, I'm here to help you remember together that you are a king and you always have been one. And I'm not talking about the kind of men who take what is not theirs, who cling to control. That is not king energy. That is hurt little boy energy. True kings? They know their power does not belittle anyone. They know that when they rise, they empower others to rise as well. When they shine, they awaken others to rise into their integrity, to protect those who need help. True kings are wise, just, glorious, and divine. I am guessing you're here watching this to remember that. To remember your true innate nature. And maybe even magnetize a queen who meets you in that frequency. This podcast is for the type of a man who's done a lot of inner work and still feels like something is missing. You've likely done therapy, you've read books, you've probably sat in men's circles, maybe even done some plant medicine. And you still feel alone. Or maybe in a relationship that just doesn't feel like what you know is possible. You're not angry at women, you're just exhausted. You are tired of pouring into people who can't even meet you halfway. You're tired of showing up and not being fully seen. You value your peace. But you know that isolation isn't the same thing as wholeness. In that case, this is for you. In this podcast, I sit across from men who are actually doing their healing work. And I ask some uncomfortable questions that possibly no one else is asking. We talk about desire. We talk about shadow. We talk about what it feels like to be a man today, about the loneliness that nobody wants to talk about opening your heart without losing your edge. This is not self-help fluff. This isn't toxic masculinity. This is not man bashing either. These are raw, real, authentic conversations about masculinity, healing, and deep love. We're here to start pouring our energy into the lives we actually want to show up for, to stop participating in the nonsense we've been programmed to believe, to build a world worth fighting for. Now, who am I? I'm your guide. Not a guru, not a teacher. I'm not here to lecture you or tell you that anything is wrong. I am a woman who chose to believe in men when it would have been so much easier to just stay pissed off. And I'm here to walk beside you while you remember who you already are. And very interestingly, when I tried to research if such a podcast exists already, when I Googled Magnetize Your Queen, everything that comes up in search is about how to be a magnetic queen. So now let's have conversations about how to be a magnetic king who can magnetize that queen. So are you ready, Lionheart? Subscribe to this channel. The first episode is coming really soon. It is being edited right now. I have incredible guests lined up with conversations that are going to really light something up inside of you. And if there's already a queen in your life, these conversations will help you anchor even deeper into the inner work that you're already doing. Let's go! I'll see you in the first episode.